I am here today to kind of just come on here and chat for a little bit and give you guys an update. Obviously, I have been away for a little bit. I went on vacation with my family for about a week or so, and then, have just been caught up in the craziness of life, as I'm sure all of you guys understand. So I wanted to just come on here and just give an update. I am 100%, continuing on this journey for my channel, and I've been loving it. But also just, the things that I've been struggling with. And for those of you, I realize that most likely no one is going to really see this outside of the people who are subscribed to me, which first I just want to say how grateful I am that you guys have chosen to subscribe to me this early on in my journey. I genuinely do appreciate it. So really this video, this message is just for you guys. So I just wanted to come on here. Obviously, I am behind. I am behind on pretty much every series that I cover, unfortunately. But like I said, I went on vacation, but also just being, working full time, being a husband, and then my kid, my son, and then I have a second one on the way as well. So just a lot of, stress and stuff going on. I'm sure you guys all understand just how crazy life can get. And just for kind of a little peek into, myself personally, I am someone who has very high standards for myself. And sometimes that can reflect in more of like a negative kind of perfectionism. And so I start kind of beating myself up. So after missing, certain weeks and uploads that I had planned to do, it just kind of starts this loop and this spiral down, and it makes it more difficult to, sit down and get the work done. But I just wanted to, be honest about it. I haven't abandoned the channel or anything like that. I know it hasn't even been super long since I posted, maybe a little over 2 weeks, but I just figured it would be important to at least let you guys know what was going on. So in regards to kind of the specific series that I do cover, so we have One Piece, One Piece, Kagurabachi, Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, and then Jujutsu Kaisen the anime as well. Obviously, I'll just start by addressing Modulo first. That has now, with yesterday's chapter 25, it has actually come to an end. The short run series by Gege and Yuji Iwasaka has wrapped up. So I believe I left off my last breakdown on chapter 21. So I have 4 chapters to cover, and I plan on doing kind of like a mega breakdown, essentially, of the last 4 chapters. So that one is going to be pretty hefty, probably close to, hour and a half, 2 hours. But I'm excited to make it because I think as a short run series that it has been phenomenal, and I think the conclusion was also good. So I plan on covering that. In regards to the anime, I am planning on catching up to the current by doing probably double breakdowns. So I think I left off on episode 4 after the Perfect Preparation, the Maki episode. So I think I'll be doing 2 double breakdowns until I catch up, and then I plan on covering that weekly. So for me, the big thing is I want to have an actual schedule that takes into account the constraints of my actual, life outside of, making videos, because this is more of my side gig. Obviously I would love to get to the point to where I can, create videos and content and have that be my full-time job. But, that's a long, arduous journey, and I'm here for it. But right now I still have my responsibilities and duties to my family. So I just want a schedule that I can stay consistent for you guys and for myself, So instead of, trying to pump out as many videos and then crashing and then having to catch up, I want something that I can kind of stick to going forward. So obviously, since Modulo is finishing after I get that last mega breakdown up, I'll no longer have that on the docket. And then I will be doing Jujutsu Kaisen's episodes weekly once I catch up. So that's going to take a little bit of time to do the double breakdowns until I catch up. But then that will be weekly until, that's going to go through like half of the year or so probably. We're in part 1 right now, and then we're going to have part 2 after Sendai. So I plan on covering that weekly once that's going. So that'll be 1 video a week of Jujutsu Kaisen for the anime. And then I will have 2 series that I will be covering for manga, which will be One Piece and Kagurabachi. So next, Kagurabachi, the part 1 finished. I unfortunately did not get to really cover the conclusion of the Kaminami invasion arc with Akimura Soga, and the finale with Samura, which was absolutely beautiful and incredible. But there's just too many chapters, honestly, unfortunately, for me to cover. And, we're already moving into a whole new arc, which I am exceptionally excited for. So I apologize to anybody who was following the Kagurabachi journey. I apologize that I didn't get to finish out that arc, but I will be starting breakdowns from not the chapter we just got yesterday, but the previous one. So the beginning of part 2 of Kagurabachi, the Seitei War arc. So that is going to be incredible. So I'm going to lock in for that. So I think what I might do, because to me, it seems that probably like 2 videos a week is what I can like stay consistent. And maybe if I have some time and energy open up, maybe I can throw like a 3rd discussion type video in the rotation as well. But I want to kind of set a precedent of more so two videos a week for going forward. So I plan on, so this brings up One Piece. So covering One Piece, I think I'm only 2 chapters behind on One Piece. And I'll probably just get going from where we currently are. I might cover 1176, which just came out yesterday, but it just depends. So I think I'm going to do more of like a rotation with the manga chapters, because that would be, if I covered each chapter every week plus the anime for JJK, that would be 3 videos a week, and I'm just not sure if I can sustain that at the moment. So I was planning on having One Piece and Kagurabachi be a rotating every other week. So so that would mean basically every time I'm doing a breakdown, it'll be a double breakdown. So I apologize that it, won't always be that I'm covering the chapter every week. But just for myself, like that's what seems like it's going to work. So I'll be it'll be pretty much every week. Then it'll be like Kagurabachi, JJK episode. Next week will be One Piece, JJK episode. And it'll just kind of rotate like that going forward. I also have now that Modulo is ending, I have been wanting to ever since I started the channel. I have a video series that I plan on starting. I'm already working on the thumbnail, so I'm hand drawing it. And so I think I'm about 50% of the way done with the thumbnail specifically. And it's going to be a running series. And just as kind of like a little sneak peek into what it's about, it's going to be kind of the blending of anime, philosophy, along with real lived experience from my end. So, because at the end of the day, it's like I absolutely love covering and talking about these series that we love, get a lot of entertainment from them, along with enjoyment. But I also deeply want to be, I want to be able to bring something more than just the entertainment factor. And for me, anime and manga, I mean, it's just steeped with phenomenal lessons, philosophies, ways to view life, and things that I've taken inspiration from, and it actually has led to, a better quality of life for me on my day to day. So that is a series that is going to be coming, and I plan on rotating that in probably like once a month. So, if that is something that seems interesting to you, I'm very excited to get it out there. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, that is kind of the plan going forward. Like I said, the rotating schedule for the manga chapters, weekly coverage of JJK's episodes, and then the integration of the new series as well. So that's kind of just the update for me. Again, I do want to apologize that it has not been the most consistent of uploads, but I'm trying not to be too harsh on myself. And I know all of you guys out there, you all have your own lives as well. So you understand what it's like. And then especially just like following your own path in life, especially one that is maybe a little less traveled and maybe people around you aren't really participating in. It's just something that it can be a bit heavy at times. And that's just something I am also trying to work through and, trying to grow and better myself. So again, I appreciate you if you see this and if you are one of the, few subscribers that I have. Again, like it's not any small thing that you have chosen to actually subscribe to my channel, especially when it's this early. I do genuinely appreciate it. I appreciate all of you, and hope you guys are having a great day or night wherever you're at, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.